You're closer to wasting another year than you think. Not dramatically, quietly, in ways you barely notice. And that's exactly why it's dangerous. You're not collapsing. You're drifting, slowly, comfortably, and deep down, you feel it. That tension when you're alone. That question you keep avoiding. Why am I not where I should be? You already know the answer. You just don't want to face it. Because facing it means responsibility. No excuses. No blaming circumstances. No hiding behind time. Comes back to you. Your choices. Your habits. Your patterns. That realization hits hard. Because it exposes something. You've been negotiating with your own potential. Telling yourself later. Telling yourself soon. But later is where discipline goes to die. And soon never arrives. You've built a system of delay. A routine of avoidance. A lifestyle of almost starting. Almost committing. Almost becoming. But almost never changes anything. And that's the trap. You stay close enough to feel progress, but never far enough to transform. If you're done living like that, then understand this isn't content. This is confrontation. Subscribe only if you're ready to face yourself daily, not casually, seriously, because what you're about to see won't let you stay the same. There's a pattern running your life. You wake up with intention, then something pulls you away, a distraction, the thought, the feeling. And suddenly you're off track. Again, you tell yourself it's small. It doesn't matter. You'll fix it tomorrow. But that small moment repeats. Daily, quietly, building a version of you that you don't respect. That's where the damage happens. Not in failure, in repetition. And repetition creates identity. Not goals, not plans, patterns. So if your life feels stuck, look at what you repeat. Not what you say you want, what you actually do. That's the truth. And truth doesn't lie. You don't lack knowledge. You lack execution. You know what needs to be done. You've always known. Wake up earlier. Move with purpose. Eliminate distractions. Stay consistent. It's not complicated, but it's uncomfortable. And discomfort is where you retreat. Every time. That's the cycle. You feel resistance. You step back, you delay action, then you feel guilt, then frustration, then numbness, then repeat. That loop is costing you everything. Time, energy, confidence, respect, especially self-respect. Because nothing hurts more than knowing you're capable of more and choosing less. That's not confusion. That's self-betrayal. And it builds slowly until one day it becomes your identity. Someone who talks, but doesn't act. Someone who plans, but doesn't execute. Someone who wants, but never becomes. That version of you is being built right now, not later. Now, through every small decision you ignore, this is where everything changes. Not with motivation, with awareness. Seeing the pattern clearly. Seeing the moment you drift. Seeing the exact second you choose comfort. Because that second is where power exists. You can either follow the habit or break it. That's control. And control creates discipline. The Stoic mindset wasn't about feeling strong. It was about acting strong regardless of feeling. You've been waiting to feel ready. That's why you're stuck. Readiness is a myth. Action creates readiness, not the other way around. This is the first realization. You're always acting, even when you're avoiding. Avoidance is action. Delay is action. Scrolling is action. And all of it leads somewhere, just not where you want. Second realization. Your mind is trained for comfort, not growth. It will always suggest the easier path. Always. If you follow it blindly, you stay the same. If you challenge it, you evolve. Third realization. Discipline is not extreme. It's consistent. Small actions. Repeated daily, without negotiation, without excuse. Fourth realization. Your environment is shaping you. Everything you consume, everything you watch, everything you tolerate. It's all programming your behavior. Choose carefully, or stay controlled. Fifth realization. Time is not waiting. It's moving. Every second you hesitate, something is lost. Not always visible, but always real. That's the pressure you feel. That's why something feels off. Because part of you knows, this can't continue. And it shouldn't. But awareness alone won't save you. Action will. Immediate, uncomfortable, decisive. Start with something simple. The task you've been avoiding. The one you keep delaying. Do it now. No thinking. No preparation. Just move. Feel the resistance. That tension. That voice telling you to stop. Ignore it. Act anyway. That moment matters. More than you realize. Because you're breaking a pattern. And broken patterns create new identity. Do it again. And again. And again. Until it becomes normal. Until discipline feels familiar. Until action becomes automatic. That's transformation. Not dramatic. Not instant. Built. Moment by moment. Decision by decision. If this hits you, comment now. Not for attention. For commitment. A signal that you're done delaying. Because most people won't act. They'll feel this. Agree with it. Then go back to old habits. You won't. Or at least you shouldn't. Because staying the same is a choice. A quiet one. But a powerful one. And it leads somewhere. Years from now. Same patterns. Same excuses. Same frustration. That future is being built today. Right now. In this moment. So decide carefully. Because you're not just choosing actions. You're choosing identity. Who you become. What you represent. How you live. That's not small. That's everything. So here's your challenge. For the next 24 hours, no unnecessary distraction, no empty consumption, no delay, every action intentional, every decision controlled, every moment used, not perfectly, but consciously. Catch yourself drifting, pull back, refocus, again and again, until something shifts, and it will. Clarity, control, momentum, you'll feel it. Because for once, you're not escaping, you're confronting. That's where strength begins. Not in comfort, in control. Not in thinking, in doing. Not in waiting, in moving. So stop negotiating. Stop delaying. Stop pretending. You know what needs to be done. Now prove it. Through action. Through discipline. Through consistency. Become focused. Become sharp. Become relentless. Or stay where you are. But don't lie about it. Move. You feel the shift starting. Not comfort. Not ease. Pressure. The kind that exposes everything you've been avoiding. That's where change lives. Not in inspiration. In confrontation. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, not to impress others, but to stay aligned. He didn't trust motivation. He trusted discipline. He reminded himself daily, control your mind or it will control you. Right now, yours is running unchecked, pulled by impulse, driven by habit, distracted by everything that doesn't matter. And you allow it. That's the part that should disturb you, because control is available, but you haven't claimed it. Not fully, not consistently. You step in, then step out. You try, then retreat. You start, then disappear. That inconsistency is not random. It's trained, built through repetition. Every time you quit early, you reinforce it. Every time you delay, you strengthen it. Every time you choose easy, you confirm it. So don't act surprised when discipline feels unnatural. You've trained the opposite. Seneca warned about this, not in soft language. In truth, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Think about that. How much time have you lost? Overthinking, planning, doubting, waiting for the perfect moment. That moment doesn't exist. It never did. It's a distraction disguised as preparation. While you're thinking, life is moving. While you're hesitating, time is closing. And once it's gone, it doesn't return. That should create urgency, not anxiety. Urgency, because urgency forces action, and action breaks patterns. But you hesitate, because action exposes you. It removes illusion. You can no longer pretend you're trying. You either are or you're not. That level of honesty is uncomfortable, but necessary. Epictetus made it simple. You don't control events. You control response. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So look at your response patterns. Stress hits, you escape. Opportunity appears, you hesitate. Challenge arises, you withdraw. Those responses are shaping your life, not the events. Your reactions. That's power. And responsibility. You can't separate them. If you want control, you accept the weight. Fully. Without complaint. Without excuse. That's where discipline becomes real. Not a concept. A standard. You either meet it, or you don't. No middle space. No partial identity. And right now you're split. Part of you wants growth. Another part protects comfort. That internal conflict is draining you. Every day, every decision, pulls you in two directions. And you stay stuck in between. That ends when one side wins. Not through thinking, through action. Repeated, consistent, decisive. Because action feeds identity. And identity shapes behavior. You don't become disciplined by wishing. You become disciplined by acting like it, until it's natural. That's the process. Uncomfortable, repetitive, effective. But most people quit too early. They expect immediate change, immediate clarity, immediate results. That expectation destroys progress. Because real change is subtle. First, quiet, invisible. You don't see it immediately. You feel resistance. You feel doubt. You feel fatigue. And you interpret that as failure. It's not failure. It's adaptation. Your mind adjusting to a new standard. And it resists because it prefers familiar patterns. Even if those patterns are limiting. That's why discipline feels heavy at the start. Because you're breaking something old and building something new simultaneously. That tension is necessary. Don't avoid it. Use it. Every time you push through resistance, you strengthen control. Every time you act despite feeling, you build authority over yourself. That's real power. Not external. Internal. Unshakable. Independent. Because once you control your actions, nothing outside can control you. Not opinions. Not circumstances. Not outcomes. You remain stable, focused, clear. That's what the Stoics built. Not perfect lives, controlled minds. And that's what you need. Because your environment will never be perfect. There will always be distraction, always be noise, always be pressure. So if your discipline depends on conditions, you will always fail. It must come from within, unaffected, uncompromised. That's the level required. Anything less breaks under pressure. And pressure is coming. Always. Life doesn't ease up. Tests. Constantly. So the question is not whether challenges will appear. They will. The question is how you respond. Prepared or reactive. Disciplined or emotional. Focused or scattered. That choice is made daily. In small moments. Not big ones. When you wake up. When you feel tired. When you consider delaying. When you reach for distraction. Those moments define you. Not the rare ones. The repeated ones. That's where identity lives. So stop looking for major turning points. They don't exist. Transformation is built in routine, in consistency, in repetition. And repetition requires commitment, not temporary motivation. Permanent standard. A line you don't cross. A level you don't drop below. That's discipline. And once it's set, everything changes. Decisions become easier because they're already made. You don't debate. You execute. You don't hesitate. You move. You don't question. You act. That removes friction and creates momentum. Momentum creates progress. Progress builds confidence. Confidence reinforces identity. And identity drives everything. So if your identity is weak, your results will be weak. If your identity is strong, your results will follow. That's the structure. Simple, unavoidable, real. So build it deliberately, through action, through control, through discipline, not occasionally, daily, without exception. That's the difference between those who change and those who stay the same. And you already know which one you've been. That's why this hits. That's why it feels uncomfortable. Because truth doesn't comfort. It exposes. And once exposed, you have a decision. Ignore it or act on it. But understand this. Ignoring truth has consequences. Delayed ones, but real. You don't notice immediately, but over time it compounds. Lost opportunities, wasted time, unfulfilled potential, until one day, it's undeniable. And by then, time is gone. That's the cost. That's the reality. So don't wait for that moment. Act now, while you still can, while you still have time to redirect, to rebuild, to reclaim control. Because once you start, everything shifts. Not instantly, but steadily. And that steady movement creates something powerful. Inevitability, where results are no longer random. They're expected, because your actions align with them. Daily, consistently, relentlessly. That's where you need to go. Not halfway, not partially, fully, committed, disciplined, focused. So the question remains, not what you understand, but what you will do next. Right now, not later, not after this ends. Now, stand up, take action, do the thing you've been avoiding, without hesitation, without delay, because this moment is where everything changes, or nothing does. Decide, then prove it. You think you need more time. You don't. You need fewer lies. The quiet ones. The ones you repeat so often. They sound like truth. I'll start when I'm ready. I just need the right moment. I'm working on it. No, you're avoiding it. And avoidance has a cost. Not immediate. That's why it's dangerous. It charges interest. Every day you delay, it compounds. Lost focus, reduced discipline, weakened identity, until one day, effort feels unnatural, and comfort feels permanent. That's how people get stuck. Not suddenly, gradually. You're not far from that. Closer than you think. Because the shift doesn't announce itself. It happens quietly, in patterns, in repetition, in moments you ignore. That's where your future is decided. Not in big moves, in small ones. The way you respond when no one is watching. The way you act when it's inconvenient. The way you choose when it's uncomfortable. That's your real character. Not your words. Not your plans. Your actions. And right now, your actions are inconsistent. That inconsistency is killing your momentum. You start strong, then fade. You commit, then disappear. You push, then pause. That cycle destroys trust. Not from others, from yourself. And once self-trust is broken, everything becomes harder. Because now you doubt your own promises. You say you'll do something. Then a part of you whispers, you won't. And it's right, because you've proven it. Repeatedly. That's the damage. Not failure. Broken integrity. With yourself. And without that, discipline collapses. So rebuild it. Not with motivation. With proof. Small actions. Completed. Repeated. Daily. You say you'll wake up early. Then do it. No delay. You say you'll train. Then move. No negotiation. You say you'll focus. Then eliminate distraction. No exception. That's how trust returns. Through consistency. Not intensity. Consistency. But you resist that. Because consistency is boring. It lacks excitement. No rush. No immediate reward. Just repetition. And your mind hates repetition. Craves novelty. Stimulation. Variety. That's why you jump between things. Start new plans. Abandon old ones. You confuse movement with progress. But scattered effort leads nowhere. Focus creates results. And focus requires sacrifice. You can't do everything. You can't chase every idea. You can't entertain every distraction. You must choose. And choosing means letting go. That's uncomfortable. Because letting go feels like loss. But holding on to everything guarantees failure. So decide. What matters? Not emotionally, objectively, What actually moves your life forward? Then remove everything else. Ruthlessly. Because discipline is not just about doing more. It's about doing less with precision. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to cut away the unnecessary. Not occasionally, constantly, because distraction is endless. And if you don't control your focus, it will be controlled for you. Look at your day. How much of it is intentional? How much is reaction? Scrolling, checking, switching tasks. That's not living. That's drifting. And drifting never leads to mastery. Mastery demands presence, full attention, deep work, sustained effort, without interruption. That's rare. That's why it's valuable. And that's why most people never reach it. They stay shallow, surface level, easily distracted, easily overwhelmed, because they've never trained their mind to stay still, to stay focused, to stay controlled. That's a skill. And like any skill, it requires practice. Daily, deliberate, uncomfortable practice. Sit with your thoughts, without escaping. Work without checking your phone, without switching tasks, without seeking stimulation. That discomfort you feel, that's withdrawal. From distraction, from noise, from dependency. And on the other side of that is clarity. But most never reach it, because they quit too early. They return to comfort, back to noise, back to the cycle. And the cycle continues, unless you break it, not once, repeatedly, until it weakens, until it disappears, until discipline replaces it. That's the process. Slow, demanding, worth it, because once your mind is controlled, everything changes. Decisions become sharper, actions become cleaner, results become consistent, and consistency creates confidence. Real confidence, not based on words, based on evidence. You know you can rely on yourself, because you've proven it, again, and again, and again. That's power, internal, stable, unshakable. And once you have that, you stop seeking validation. You don't need approval. You don't need recognition. You don't need attention, because your standard is internal, not external. That's freedom, true freedom, not doing whatever you want, doing what you should regardless of what you feel. That's discipline, and discipline creates options, because a disciplined person can adapt, can endure, can persist, while others quit, complain, collapse. That's the separation. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's control. Control over mind. Control over action. Control over self. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be willing to be seen as foolish. Think about that. You hesitate because of perception, what people might think, how you might look. So you hold back. You play safe. You stay comfortable. And in doing so, you limit yourself. Because growth requires exposure, mistakes, failure, awkward stages. That's part of the process. You can't avoid it. So stop trying to protect your image. Build your reality instead. Let people misunderstand. Let them doubt. Let them underestimate. None of it matters, because their opinion doesn't shape your life. Your actions do, and your actions need to change. Immediately, not gradually, decisively. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a clear direction. Then movement, relentless movement. Adjust as you go. Learn through action, not endless thinking, because thinking without doing creates illusion. You feel productive, but nothing changes. That's the trap. Break it. Act first, then refine. Act again, then improve. That loop creates growth, not perfection, progress. And progress builds momentum. Momentum builds belief. Belief strengthens identity. And identity drives behavior. Everything connects. Everything compounds. In both directions, positive or negative. Right now, your habits are compounding. The question is, in which direction? Look honestly, not emotionally, objectively. Where are your actions leading? Because that path doesn't lie. It shows you exactly where you're going. And if you don't like that destination, change direction. Now, not later, because later becomes never, and never becomes regret. Regret is heavy. It doesn't fade. It stays, reminding you of what you could have done, what you should have done, what you didn't do. Avoid that at all costs, through action, through discipline, through control. Seneca warned that life feels short, not because it is, but because we waste it. Look at your time. Where is it going? Be honest, because honesty reveals everything. Hours lost to distraction, days lost to delay, weeks lost to inconsistency. That adds up, faster than you think. And once it's gone, it's gone. So treat time like it matters, because it does. More than anything, it's the only resource you can't recover. So stop spending it carelessly. Stop giving it to things that don't matter. Stop trading it for comfort. Invest it in growth, in discipline, in action. That's how you build a life. Deliberately, not accidentally. Most people live by default. You don't have to, but it requires effort. Daily effort, unseen effort, unrewarded effort. First, that's where most quit. They don't see results. They don't feel change. So they stop, right before the shift. Don't do that. Stay consistent, even when it feels pointless, because progress is happening. Below the surface, building, strengthening, preparing. Then one day it shows, in your actions, in your mindset, in your results. And it feels sudden, but it wasn't. It was built, moment by moment, decision by decision. That's how transformation works. Not loud, not instant, but real. So commit to it, fully. No half effort, no partial discipline. All in, because partial effort creates partial results. And partial results create frustration. You felt that. Enough. So raise your standard. Completely. Not temporarily, permanently. This is who you are now. Someone who acts. Someone who executes. Someone who follows through. No matter what. That's identity. And identity removes doubt. Because you don't question what you do. You do it. That's where you need to be. And it starts now. Not later. Not after this. Now, take one action. Immediate. Direct. Necessary. Do it without thinking. Without hesitation, without delay. That's your entry point into a different life. One built on discipline, on control, on execution. And once you step into it, don't step out. Stay there, build there, grow there, until it becomes permanent, until it becomes you. No more excuses, no more delay, no more waiting. This is it. Move, face this, not later, now. You are living a collection of repeated decisions, not a destiny, not a mystery, pattern. And patterns don't lie. They reveal everything. Strip away the noise. Look at your last 7 days. Not what you planned, what you actually did. That is your reality, not your intentions, not your potential, your actions. That truth is uncomfortable because it removes illusion. It forces clarity. And clarity demands change. But you hesitate, because change requires letting go. Letting go of habits that feel familiar. Letting go of comfort that feels safe. Letting go of a version of you that you've outgrown. That process feels like loss. But it isn't. It's replacement. You're not losing yourself. You're removing what's holding you back. And replacing it with something stronger. More disciplined. More controlled. More intentional. That's the work. Not external. Internal. Daily. Relentless. You've been trying to fix outcomes without fixing behavior. That never works. Outcomes follow patterns. Patterns follow decisions. Decisions follow standards. So raise your standard. Not once. Always. Epictetus taught a principle most ignore. Focus only on what is within your control. Everything else is distraction. Everything else is wasted energy. Right now, you're wasting energy on opinions, on outcomes, on things you can't influence, while ignoring what you can. Your actions, your discipline, your focus. That's backwards. Reverse it. Immediately. Shift attention inward. Control your effort. Control your response. Control your time. That's where power lives. And it's been available to you the entire time. You just haven't used it consistently. Consistency is the difference. Not knowledge. Not awareness. Execution. Repeated execution. Without emotional negotiation. Because your emotions will try to interfere. They always do. They tell you to rest when you should act. They tell you to delay when you should move. They tell you to quit when you should persist. If you follow them, you stay stuck. If you override them, you grow. That's discipline. Acting based on principle, not feeling. And principles don't change. They don't depend on mood. They don't depend on conditions. They remain constant. So your actions must align with them. Daily. No exception. Marcus Aurelius wrote about returning to the task. Again and again. No drama. No complaint. Just return. That's the practice. Not perfection. Return. You get distracted. Return. You lose focus. Return. You hesitate. Return. That repetition builds strength. Mental strength. Because each return is a decision. A decision to stay aligned. A decision to stay disciplined. And those decisions compound, quietly, until they become automatic. That's when discipline becomes identity. Not forced, natural. But you have to earn that. Through repetition. Through effort. Through consistency. No shortcuts. No hacks. Just work. Focused work. Intentional work. And most people avoid that. Because it's simple. And simple feels boring. They want complexity. They want excitement. They want shortcuts. But shortcuts don't build strength. They build dependency. And dependency creates weakness. So embrace simplicity. Do the basics. Repeatedly. Correctly. Daily. That's mastery. Not flashy. Effective. Seneca practiced negative visualization. Thinking about loss. Not to feel fear. But to build awareness. To understand value. To eliminate complacency. You don't do that. You assume time is guaranteed. You assume opportunities will remain. You assume you can start later. That assumption is dangerous because it creates delay, and delay creates regret. So imagine this. Your current path, unchanged. Same habits, same patterns, same decisions. Where does it lead? Be honest, not optimistic. Real. Does it lead to growth or stagnation? Does it lead to strength or frustration? That's your trajectory. And trajectories don't change on their own. They require intervention, action, decisive action. Right now, not someday, because someday is an illusion, a comfortable lie, used to avoid discomfort, used to delay responsibility. You've used it before, many times, and it's cost you more than you realize. Lost time, lost opportunities, lost momentum. That cost adds up. And eventually, it becomes visible. In your results, in your mindset, in your life. So stop paying that price. Change direction. Now, this moment. Because this moment is all you have. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Now, that's where control exists. That's where decisions are made. That's where change begins. And it begins with something simple. A choice. Do the necessary thing. Or avoid it. That's it. No complexity. No confusion. Just choice. And your life is a reflection of those choices. So if you want a different life, make different choices. Consistently. Relentlessly. Without excuse. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You don't need perfect conditions. You need action. That's it. Action aligned with principle. Action repeated daily. Action sustained over time. That's transformation. And it's available. Right now. But you must take it. No one can give it to you. No one can do it for you. It's yours to claim. Or ignore. And ignoring it has consequences. Always. Even if you don't see them immediately. They're there. Building. Waiting. Until one day, they show. And by then, It's harder to change. Not impossible, but harder. So act early. Act now. Act consistently. That's the advantage. That's how you stay ahead. Not of others, of your former self. Because that's the real competition. Who you were yesterday, who you are today, who you become tomorrow. That progression matters. And it's controlled by you. Not external factors. Internal discipline. Internal control. Internal standards. That's the foundation. Without it, everything collapses. With it, everything builds. So strengthen it. Daily. Through practice. Real practice. Not theory. Not thinking. Doing. Waking up on time. Working without distraction. Completing what you start. Holding your word. Even when it's inconvenient. Especially when it's inconvenient. That's integrity. And integrity builds trust. With yourself. And once you trust yourself, everything changes. Decisions become easier. Because you follow through. Goals become achievable. Because you stay consistent. Life becomes structured. Because you're in control. That's the outcome. Not perfection. Control. And control creates freedom. The kind most people never experience. Freedom from distraction. Freedom from inconsistency. Freedom from self-doubt. Because you've removed the cause. Through discipline. Through action. Through repetition. So commit to that. Fully. Not partially. Not temporarily. Completely. This is who you are now. Someone who acts. Someone who executes. Someone who follows through. No matter what, that identity will shape everything. Your habits. Your mindset. Your results. Your future. So choose it. Now. Not later. Because later doesn't exist. Only now. And now is where everything changes. If you decide. So decide. And move. Immediately. No hesitation. No delay. No excuse. Move. Something is off. You feel it when the room goes quiet. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just a quiet tension that doesn't leave. Like something inside you is waiting. And getting tired of waiting. You keep moving. You keep distracting. You keep telling yourself it's fine. But that feeling doesn't disappear. It follows you. Into your thoughts. Into your nights. Into the moments you can't escape yourself. That's not random. That's awareness trying to break through. And you keep pushing it down. Because listening to it changes everything. It forces you to confront something uncomfortable. You are not living at your level. Not even close. And you know it. That's the part that stings. Not failure. Underperformance. Knowing you could do more. And choosing less. That creates pressure. Internal pressure. It builds quietly. Until it becomes impossible to ignore. But instead of facing it, you soften it. You distract yourself. You convince yourself there's time. You tell yourself you'll figure it out. But deep down, you don't believe that anymore. Because you've said it too many times. And done nothing. That breaks something inside you. Trust. Self-trust. And without that, everything becomes heavier. Simple tasks feel difficult. Decisions feel overwhelming. Focus feels impossible. Not because they are. Because you've trained yourself not to follow through. That's the reality. And reality doesn't care how you feel about it. It responds to what you do. Nothing else. Epictetus would remind you of something direct. You are disturbed not by events, but by your judgment of them. Look at your life. Strip away emotion. Look at the facts. Where you are. What you've done. What you've avoided. No stories. No excuses. Just truth. Because truth removes confusion. And once confusion is gone, only responsibility remains. That's where people hesitate. Because responsibility is heavy. It means you can't blame anyone. Not your past. Not your environment. Not your situation. You. Only you. That level of ownership feels uncomfortable. But it's also power. Because if you are the cause, you can be the solution. But only through action. Not thinking. Not planning. Doing. And that's where resistance appears. Strong. Persistent. Convincing. Tells you to wait. To rest. To delay. to stay where it's familiar, and you listen again and again and again until it becomes automatic. You don't even notice it anymore. You call it normal, but it's not normal. It's conditioning, and conditioning can be broken, but only if you see it clearly. So look closer, right now. What are you avoiding? Not generally, specifically, that task, that decision, that action you keep pushing forward. Why? Be honest. Because it's uncomfortable. Because it requires effort. Because it demands focus. Because it exposes you. That's it. Nothing else. And that means something important. The thing you're avoiding is exactly what you need. That's the direction. Not away from it. Toward it. That's where growth is. Not in comfort. In resistance. Marcus Aurelius wrote about getting out of bed when it's difficult. Not because he felt like it. Because it was his duty. Think about that. Duty. Not mood. Not motivation. Duty. You've been operating without that. You act when it feels right. You stop when it feels hard. That's why progress disappears. Because feelings change. Standards don't. So build standards. Non-negotiable. Clear. Firm. You wake up, you move. No debate. You plan, you execute. No delay. You start, you finish. No excuse. That's discipline. And discipline removes chaos. It removes confusion. It removes hesitation. Because the decision is already made. You just follow it. But that requires commitment. Real commitment. Not temporary effort. Permanent change. That's where most people fall back. They try for a few days, then return to old habits. Because old habits feel easier, familiar, safe. But safe doesn't build anything. Preserves. And what you're preserving is not working. You know that. That's why you're here. That's why this hits. Because part of you is ready. Ready to stop repeating. Ready to stop avoiding. Ready to stop lying. But another part resists. It wants comfort. It wants ease. It wants to stay the same. That conflict is inside you, right now. And one side will win. Not through thought, through action. Whichever side you feed, grows. So what are you feeding? Be honest. Your habits answer that. Not your intentions. Your habits. And habits are built through repetition. Daily. Small. Consistent repetition. That's how change happens. Not in one moment. In many. Stacked. Aligned. Focused. So start stacking. Now. Not later. Now. One action. Then another. Then another. Even when it feels pointless. Even when it feels small. Because small actions create momentum. Momentum creates belief. Belief creates identity. And identity changes everything. That's the path. Simple. Uncomfortable. Effective. But you must walk it. No one can carry you. No one can push you. It's your responsibility. Fully. And that realization should hit you. Hard. Because it means there's no escape. No shortcut. No alternative. Just you. And your decisions. Every moment. Every day. That's the reality. And once you accept it, something shifts. You stop waiting. You stop hoping. You start acting. Because you understand something clearly. Nothing changes unless you do. Seneca warned that while we wait for life, life passes. You've been waiting for clarity, for motivation, for the right time. And while you waited, time moved. It didn't pause. It didn't slow. It moved. And it took opportunities with it. That should create urgency, not panic. Urgency. A sharp awareness that this moment matters. That what you do now shapes what comes next. So use it. Don't waste it. Don't ignore it. Act on it. Immediately. Because action breaks cycles. Action creates change. Action builds identity. And identity defines everything. So here's the truth you can't avoid anymore. You already know what to do. You've known for a long time. You just haven't done it. That ends now. Not later. Now. Stand up. Move. Do the thing you've been avoiding. Feel the resistance. And go through it. Not around it. Through it. Because on the other side, is a different version of you. Stronger, sharper, more controlled, more disciplined, closer than you think. But only if you act. So act. No hesitation, no delay, no excuse. This is the moment most people lose it. Not because they didn't understand, because they won't act. They'll feel this, agree with it, then go right back to the same patterns. That's the difference. Not knowledge, execution. Right now, you're standing at a line. On one side, the version of you that keeps repeating. Same habits, same excuses, same results. On the other side, the version that decides, follows through, no matter what. You don't drift across that line. You step, deliberately, and that step happens now. Not later, not tomorrow, now. So here's what you're going to do. The moment this ends, you move. No scrolling, no delay, no thinking. You take one action you've been avoiding, and you complete it, fully. That's your first proof that you're not the same, because change doesn't start with motivation. It starts with decision backed by action. If you understand that, prove it. Not as a habit, as a signal that you're choosing discipline over comfort. Drop a comment. I move different now, not for attention, for commitment, for identity, because once you say it, you hold yourself to it. And if you're serious about becoming focused, controlled, and impossible to ignore, then subscribe. Not to watch, to transform, to build a mindset that doesn't break under pressure, to become someone who executes every single day. Now don't stop here. The next video on your screen is not random. It's your next step. Watch it, apply it, stack it, because one video won't change you, but consistent action will. So no more waiting, no more excuses, no more half effort. Decide and become the person you've been avoiding. Start now.